from Hope Woodturning, and I would just like to talk about the new Midi Pro. It's 65 kilos in weight, so even though it's a small compact machine, it's a very heavy duty and solid bit of kit. It's actually been made that way, especially with the bed, to allow the bed extensions to actually move round. So some things to begin with: it comes with a live centre and a dog drive, knockout bar, small faceplate and a double Morse taper, which is really handy to centralise the positions in the centre once you've moved the head. I'll move these bits out of the way. I just want to switch it on so you can actually hear how quiet it is. It's 1 horsepower, so plenty powerful enough. It has 3 belt ranges, 60 to 1000, 150 to 1900 and 350 to 3700. I'm just going to whack it up now to full speed. 3700, as fast as it will go, and you can hear that it's a really quiet lathe. No vibration, just really nice, good and solid. So it has a 24 indexing. It has a small pin just to help you do that on here, and also the spindle lock just on here. M33, 2 Morse taper. You'll notice also that it has this chamfered part here, and that's so that you can actually do reverse turning. Many chucks have this on the other side, so when you put the chuck on, there's a split pin that you can purchase to hold the chuck in position safely, so that you can turn it in reverse and it doesn't unwind. I'm going to talk about the legs now and just explain about those. These are new for the Midi Pro. You can mount it on a bench, and if you were to do so, it would actually do 700mm bowls over the bench. Over the bed it will do 350, but back to the legs. If you had it on the legs, it has very solid large feet for stability, and very cleverly there's a little plug on the top of the legs, so you can actually fill those with sand just to add a bit more weight and stability. The tailstock, excellent. It's been made very well. It actually has a trunked thread inside rather than an ordinary thread, and this makes it much stronger, especially when you're drilling. Quite often other lathes that just have an ordinary quill and thread, that can actually get worn, but because it's a trunk thread, makes it very strong. You can't see that, but I just want to explain what's going on inside. It also has a 100mm of travel, which is great. Some lathes only have small amounts. That's really good. So distances between centres. On its own, it will actually do 450 between centres. The beds will actually fit both sides, so with one bed extension you can do 680mm spindle length, and if you had a bed on both sides, it would actually do 910mm. Let's just show you the bed extension, and we'll show you how that unclips and moves around. So that just slides over. I'm just slide this off for now, just to take that out of the way. Okay, so this bed extension's already been fitted on with the easy plate system. You can bolt it straight on if you permanently want to just leave that on there, but as an extra you can buy the plate system, which just allows you to easily swap that around in position. So I'm just going to undo this bolt under here, like so. Then it lifts off and it just lifts back on. Get it into position and just put the bolt back in. And I'm just going to lock that down just to secure that in. And then what that actually allows me to do is just move the rest round into position. so I can slide the head along. I'll just do that. It does click in position, so I can go there, I can go here, or you can have the pin out and just lock in any position. Just slide that along. So this is just perfect for actually standing in front of the workpiece, whether it's a hollow form or a box, and you're not leaning over the lathe, and it just works great. I just want to point out that all this casting has actually been made heavy duty to actually allow this to happen. So there's no problem with actually leaning over and turning on that bed extension. So I'm just going to move the head back in position and talk about a couple of more bits. Slide that over, like so. So another feature that this has is the speed control or display, at the front here, so you can see obviously the speed that you're doing. The box is got a magnet on, so you can move that in any position. It has obviously start, stop and the variable speed, and reverse also on the box. This is actually a 3-phase motor, and it's controlled through the inverter like most modern lathes are nowadays, that gives you the full variable speed and torque, which is different to just DC variable speed drives. So you get a lot more power through an inverter like this and the 1 horsepower. I'll show you how to change the belt, which is done on the front. It's secured down with just an Allen key, so we'll just undo the front bolt. Just show you how to do that. Most of the time I leave it in the higher speed range. 1 horsepower is sort of powerful enough to do most items. The only times you'd want to actually change this is to actually do the larger stuff. So by going down a pulley range, it allows you to do bigger work because you have a higher torque range. So let me just swap that over, like so. Small tension on there, just pop that back in. And we're good to go. It does have a safety switch on the inside, so if that was to lift up when the lathe was running, that would cut out. So you can see now we're on the middle pulley, still very, very quiet, up to full speed, which is just under 2000, 1920 that's reading. So in summary, it's a very, very versatile, professional small machine. You can even buy 2 bed extensions and bolt them together and have in front of the lathe, so you can turn the headstock round and turn in front. There's so many different options which they've thought about, which makes it so versatile. Powerful, 1 horsepower, small and compact, and just a great machine.